I think is probably going to change a bit, because now, post this COVID, post Ukraine, the economic crunch, a country's priorities are going to change. They have to look after their people first and not just talk about, Kashmir with the Pakistanis and keep highlighting whatever Pakistan says. That doesn't pay. So there is also a threat to Turkey itself. There's a very strong threat to Russia, as Mrs. Zigon said.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a potential here for cooperation, because believe me, given that, they made the threat, right? Post Nupur Sharma,
Yes.
They actually said that we are going to do this. So there's no reason for us to think that they're just saying it for the head, just like that. So we can expect more. And the lone wolf problem is huge. And Russian FSB's intelligence capabilities are massive. They are extremely able, and luckily, as a friendly country, they can share it with us, but expect it from other quarters as well. That's all I have to say.
All right. Sushant, I'll give you the final word. I got to wrap up in a minute. Just in terms of, how does one stop these lone wolf attempts? Clearly, you can't have agencies so hardwired in a way that even individuals can be stopped. In this case, I guess we got lucky, as Dr. Tarakata was saying, that, it happens to be Russia, and Russia is a friendly country. They can share that intel with us. But what if this person was found in an unfriendly country?
Wolf attack or an attempted attack. In fact, there is hardly any lone wolf attacks, Zaka. This was a guy who was roped in by a network. So he was indoctrinated, he was trained, he was motivated in Turkey. He must have been facilitated by somebody in Russia. He was going to come to India and tie up with a local cell out here. That's not what a lone wolf does. The lone wolf is a guy who's sitting in some room somewhere, sees something on TV or something, or hears something on, in the newspaper, or reads something on the newspapers, and then decides that he's just going to take a knife and just going to maybe kill somebody, or take a car and kill somebody, or take a gun and shoot somebody. So this is not a lone wolf attack. This is part of a network, which is why it is easier to bust these kind of attempted attacks, rather than somebody who suddenly goes crazy one day and decides to blow himself up. Even that's not easy, because for blowing yourself up, you've got to get the explosives, you have to have that technology, you have to have that motivation, and it's not easy for a lone wolf to do it. So that's a bit of a misnomer. But I think that is exactly what the security services are supposed to do.
All right, I got to leave it at that. I'm completely out of time. Thank you very much, Sushant Sareen, Dr. Tarakata, Dr. Zigon, and of course, General Kulkarni for joining us. We got more breaking news coming in. Campaigning in Gujarat, AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal is now stepping up his attack on the BJP. This is on the back of the